got basically I'm doing a Black Star Fly amp, so it's like a just this amp here, and then I'm just plugging this into preamp here.
Oh, okay. Like, is it like on an app like that we have plugged into to get?
No, it's just external. This is like
cool.
preamp. Yeah, it's like a preamp that basically you can actually there is an app for this now. Like they upgraded the thing where you can customize everything on the preamp. But basically it's a preamp plugging into this beautiful Black Star Fly. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Perfect for this dimension or anywhere really. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you streaming?
I am. Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Just like here. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, not in respect, but yeah.
Oh, sweet. Oh, what's
It's
your
kind
name?
of. I'm Ryan.
Ryan. Great.
Nice to meet you, brother.
Nice to meet you too. Yeah.
Are you a guitarist yourself, or?
Yeah. So I'm always like interested in like.
That's dope, bro. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I've been on this kind of quest. Like, I mean, there's only like a few people just chilling, just some of my regulars, but like I've been like doing YouTube streaming like the last like 8-9 months.
Okay.
That's kind of been like a really beautiful extension of this journey. But so yeah.
And just like learning music or.
Well, I teach people guitar. I teach guitar and I
okay.
do meditative sound journeys.
Oh.
So
nice.
kind of like that's like an element where I don't know. The whole channel is basically aimed at kind of like learning to connect the divine context in music. Like really, it's kind of like long story short. I went on this like psychedelic journey like 9-10 years ago where I did Changa. It's like DMT, and it really like awakened this vision to basically start a YouTube channel. And I like basically saw the way it unraveled the last like 4 or 5 years to be a sound healer. And that's kind of like what I create, and then sort of how I teach is like.
Yeah.
And then now I'm just doing the YouTube thing where I'm just kind of stumbling into like whatever YouTube, it's like if I want to do streams or if I want to create like, beautiful landscapes or just music.
Yeah.
It's whatever flows through and resonates, but it's been dope as fuck. I gotta say, like, part of it, like, long story short, having like a full portable setup is like, it helps. It's like having I'm also a busker, so like that's kind of how this all kind of began, is like I'm able to like kind of just fluently improvise music and then bring that to the YouTube sphere.
Yeah.
And so
What kind of like genre or style do you, or like what artists or bands are like an inspiration to you, or like what are you listening to right now? Like, any of that?
I mean, word, yeah, bro. I'd say an essence of a lot of it is like I'm very inspired by like musically, guitar-wise, Andy McKee. Like I don't know if you heard of Andy McKee. He's like a modern fingerstyle. He does a lot of like.
I like
all these.
tapping.
Yeah, it's like it's modern progressive rock fingerstyle. The shit, that's like my root. But I also listen to a lot of like Astas Khan. I don't know if you're. He's like.
That sounds familiar.
He has like very long hair, and he's like a very like. He plays like he basically has a video that went viral where he did like a busking performance that was like massive. It has like millions on YouTube, but insanely phenomenal dude. Like he has like really long hair and has like a beard and really chill guy. But basically, long story short, my style that I'm like really into beyond just all the guitarists of like the modern fingerstyle is like I don't know if you know Parangi. Like P-O-R.
No.
All word. He's like Porangui. He actually came here last week, strangely. But welcome, Phoenix. Welcome, friend.
What was the first name before Astas Tom?
I was Andy McKee.
McKee.
Yeah, bro. If you're into like this kind of like modern fingerstyle, he literally is the dude that I covered a few of his songs like 9-10 years ago.
Yeah.
And that's like really what's planted, like like acoustic harmonics and slap harmonics and like all that stuff. He does it like on such a masterful level.
Yeah. Like I'd like to get into, like you said, investigate more like what's going on in like modern. Right now, I'm just jamming.
Word, Grateful Dead. I know that's familiar. I know it's funny, like as bands go, I'm very much like I listen to a lot of like old school stuff that's like just a lot of 3 Days Grace and Breaking Benjamin and Oasis and like like Queens of the Stone Age and like a lot of stuff. Like if I'm leaning into stuff that almost like on a larger context, I just love to vibe to, like for the vibe and like energy. But musically, I listen to tons of like Alexander Misko and like
Okay.
you know like Marcin,
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
guy that's in Marcin. He's like a Swedish guy or something. Just stuff that's kind of like crazy dope technical music stuff.
Yeah.
And then it's just kind of like the way I see myself learn from their style, like just from my own playing style, and then intuitively navigate it. It's just fun stuff. Like it's really crazy what some of these younger musicians are doing.
Yeah, it is really incredible how talented.
Bro, I know that's what's the thing is like it gets to a point where when I try to teach people music or talk about how to learn music, I really feel like a lot of it comes down to people learning to almost like successfully separate themselves from a lot of like, you know, not get discouraged and learn how to draw inspiration from these musicians while, you know, not comparing themselves basically, and like having a lot of fun with the elements that resonate with you, which doesn't have to be the thing that all these like masterful musicians are just like doing, you know, in the larger scene. But I don't know.
Yeah, like integration. Like
Yeah.
finding the pieces that like do resonate with you, but like still finding your own voice.
It's weird. I swear, dog. It's like a lot of what I found myself do is like I'm just really drawn. I'm just trying to figure out why my guitar just flipped off. I think it preamp hit it or something. But yeah, I personally feel like it's a large major part of it just leaning into what is fun, like genuinely on the simplest level. It's almost like when you're a musician, right, there's like so much pressure and expectation to like, you know, everyone's like, oh well, you know, you should join a band or join the industry this, or, you know, learn on maybe this dimension of scales. But it's really like, I think the most core part of like actually succeeding or getting somewhere in music is literally just ignoring like all the noise of what other people, you know, what their journeys look like, and maybe the pressure expectations that like society or maybe like, you know, other musicians you meet are trying to attach to your journey, and literally just be like, you know what, that's great, but I'm just gonna maybe just do whatever feels fun and is like nurturing that joy within it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've been doing this for like 16 and a half years with guitar, so it's like it's getting somewhere. Like I can see I feel that's why like even just like being in a place where I'm like I want to teach people guitar and like trying to unpackage how to like really pass on the knowledge, even if it's just like breaking down riffs and like showing people the basics. It's like it feels like I've somehow actually come to see a deeper dimension of music. Like there's a level of like a degree of mastery that makes sense to me, where I'm like, oh, this is like these elements are things that I would really never think I would actually really unpackage, but clearly I've done something right. That's basically what I'm saying. It's like there's something that's been working that I look at. I'm like, I mean, some of it's just core, you know, perseverance and discipline of just being like, like.
But it led you to something that you couldn't have even like seen like before. But
yeah, bro. Well, I feel like.
What's your YouTube? Like, I actually am. I was recently considering like just like getting back into taking guitar lessons.
Word.
Yeah,
that's awesome, man.
If I could,
Feel free, brother. Yeah, it's a Shay, but you search the handle ASE. It's like an ancient power word. This feels.
Okay, cool. And then like that, would I find like how to contact you?
Yeah. Yeah, I can like.
Grain of it. Then eventually it's like that. Actually, if we don't use that part of our thinking enough, and we just let it get exploited as much as possible, then that eventually gets like in an evolutionary perspective. We're not using it. And that part of our
like almost like we're phased out of a healthy human. Yes. That's what it's wrong. That's what's happening. That's without going deep down the rabbit hole of like, you know, how technology is kind of unraveling via, you know, artificial intelligence. It's really like it's a de-evolution. It's genuinely like if we as humans have the ability to create like authentic space for self-awareness, etc. in a very like it's gonna get rapidly out of control in a place I think we really want to, return to what is an actual argument. Like, what was the argument that the ancient philosophers who literally devoted their entire lives, like in, Socrates' Academy and all these ancient philosophers from that generation, they all had a deep awareness of what an argument was, like what an ancient philosophical argument was. And it's very similar. Yeah, it's not like what a lot of us might believe it is, where we think, oh, but it's me versus you, I'm right, you're wrong. That's not an argument, actually. That's never been an argument. That's kind of like a egoic distortion of what we sort of hijacked. But the beauty is, like, in the simplest right, when you look at, that's kind of part of why I also like to create boundaries relating to if a person's, having an argument like philosophical or about political stuff, or maybe it's religious ideology. Personally, I'm all for it if people, not for that argument sense, but if they want to believe what they want to believe because it gives them some sort of clarity or some sort of whatever, that's cool. But if they're not applying that, almost like, again, that ancient model of what a philosophical argument is, then they're not actually having an argument. It's basically almost like a one-sided attack or some sort of emotionally invested thing, and it's so far removed from what the actual origination of what the arguments were. So it's
yeah. Well, I mean, it's and then that could be debated too. Like,
no, that's valid. There's a lot you can do.
But I totally agree.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
Good to meet you, brother. I appreciate your time, man. Yeah. You too, brother. Enjoy your, I'm definitely circling around. I'm probably just gonna do this for a bit and then just, like, I don't know, gravitate towards that. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, well, I guess,
Yeah, that's how I'm kind of feeling. Like, I'm kind of just being here because I really love this sphere, but
this is.
I sort of feel like attracted to go that, oh shit, there's an umbrella.
Oh my God.
Facts. Yeah, peace, dog.
Yeah.
Hey, what? Alright, let's see what this. Welcome back, friends. As we were just taking a moment. Like, this is kind of what I noticed with doing these beach streams, is I love to allow myself to just take ample time to be present, with the real world experience as it is, so it kind of like when you watch the stream offline, naturally there's going to be like a moment where the stream sort of phases out and then phases back in, which I think is, not a bad way to sort of look at it in the larger sort of offline experience. But anyway, very interesting interaction with this one dude. I mean, it was basically just real times, like a dude that was a musician that was just kind of asking what I was doing here, and just asking about my guitar setup and stuff, which I was happy to talk about. But man, guy has very interesting perspectives, almost like in real time. Like, this is the thing that I continuously see. It's so trippy to meet people that sort of resemble a lot of these YouTube interactions that unravel sometimes in real time, but to have this immediate connection, like in the real world. It's like to see just the beautiful human beings that hold space for a lot of these kind of these interactions. All right. Let's continue to set up our setup here. appreciate you. Shout out to the mods. The 2 mods popping in and out. I know it's kind of, it's like a fleeting dimension of holding space for this. As we kind of expressed, there was a stranger. It was like a new friend. Basically, we were just talking openly about basically the importance of creating an authentic community and an authentic space in, you know, the sort of the stream space or like the YouTube sphere. It was interesting. This dude, it seemed like he was a very philosophical dude, which I really respected. He's also a musician, so I felt very, you know, very connected to just kind of hold space, you know, just like flip off the stream, have a conversation. It's very unique, you know, on this beach. It's really like, as we came here, you never know who exactly you're going to interact with. Like, there's so many interesting people that just flow through, you know. I've spoken this openly. This is the beach that's on the very edge of British Columbia, basically. Like, you know, if there's British Columbia, the continent, naturally, this is on the very edge. So there's a lot of very unique nature. It's very windy, though, today, I must say. Jacket and go closer to the water here. You know, recently I've been developing this video series where basically I'm going to do this challenge, or I've been doing this challenge every day. I'm releasing a video where I break down how to play the guitar like a violin. So I don't know if any of you guys happen to be guitarists or people that are curious of what sort of dynamics you'd love to learn related to that. Doing these videos every single day. So these are gonna be dope as fuck. I'm actually very excited to see if I can sort of trigger some beautiful momentum with the algorithm. Yeah, with that. Hey, what's going on, Cresso? Things are honestly quite well. Yeah, life has been beautiful as fuck, must say, objectively. Yeah, just do YouTube stuff. Like, I've been sort of less focused, or focusing less. Just kind of the raw, I'd say, watch hour grind experience. That is basically, I'm trying to really focus on creating more intentional content experiences, be it if I'm just, allowing myself to just be present in the real world, and just not feel as inclined to just do streams for the sake of streams, which is always fun. I'll be honest, moving forward, I'm really, really close. There's like 2 days out from being fully monetized. It'll definitely be a very interesting chapter where I'm really going to invite doing these streams to a larger audience, but I always really feel, as of late, I've been really attracted to trying to double down on my intention, really crystallize my intention of what I want to invite in this channel. Whether it's just like the type of community, or I don't know, just the type of dynamics. Interesting time. Well, I can say it's an exciting time to be alive. This is great. Just this. Alright, I feel with that, what we're going to do is we're going to place our equipment back and probably just do some beach parkour and acrobatics from here. Just do some qigong, activate energy in the body, go for a cool plunge, and then return to this beautiful setup. Just kind of disconnect this baby here. Such an interesting array of people here. That's what I find, is I really go to these beaches basically just play guitar by myself, listen to the ocean, meditate, kind of just use it as a very unique dimension of nature. But I always appreciate, just all the human beings from this community area that just happen to show up, at random, just enter this whole beautiful portal that is this beach. It's always very astonishing, especially as it gets later. I must say, I really look forward to when it gets later. Like, it's often what happens is, in the daytime, everyone's just chilling at the beach. There's just people just enjoying this kind of the natural landscape. And when nighttime comes, everyone just does bonfires, and you meet even more interesting people. I'm just really been enamored with that, with the beach. It's such an interesting. I appreciate that, dog. Thank you, brother. It's been interesting, because I notice the studio setup that I have set up, like when I run my audio through the audio interface, it's like really, really crisp. It's very refined. And I find it's kind of like a bit hit or miss when I'm doing this through the audio of the phone, and then I'm just doing this through my amplifier. But I don't know, it sounds like it's still pretty good objectively. You know, the Black Star Fly amp's been really beautiful. Wow. Remember to allow yourself to honor your somatic body. Honor the somatic experience. Rosin on your strings to build up with a bow. Yes, that is correct. Basically, that's kind of a huge cardinal element of it. You know, I should probably, my next video related to the Picasso bow tomorrow, I think I'm going to cover everything to do with, applying the rosin for the bow. Because basically, if you don't successfully apply the rosin for the bow properly, just, you know, effectively, and use the right type of rosin, it actually, well, will not work at all. So I think it's probably worthy tomorrow, you know, I do my daily video talking about using playing the guitar like violin. I feel I'll emphasize that, or some element of that, and then we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see. For now, though, it's very windy, so I'm just doing lots of beach calisthenics to stay warm. Ooh. Ooh. It's crazy though. I actually was at the gym right before I got here, so kind of already sort of, yeah. This is a very chill spot. It's actually a wind guard right here. Perfect spot to do some meditation. This is dope as fuck. My rituals. Zamfir. I honestly don't know how to play much Zamfir. Like, I know the one song I think he plays. And the one Zamfir song. I think it goes like. No, it's like. Something, I think I'm wrong key there, but yeah. A lot of beautiful songs you can improvise. Zamfir's a legend, though. I found as a kid, I listened to a lot of, like on Channel 3, when they're going through the channel, Zamfir would often pop up. But yeah. Welcome. Inviting presence into your reality. Rooting yourself, as we always say for some reason, rooting yourself in your somatic body. Inviting those watching the stream to allow themselves to see through the programming, to see through the dopaminergic programming that is not serving you. Allow yourself to see the larger context, how you can really live in an abundant reality in your life. And letting those that flow through the stream really see with their felt experience, with a clear-cut perspective, how they are the product of their decisions. And allow those that are flowing through here to make intelligent decisions that translate into living an abundant reality. Let it be so. Acknowledging the deeper dimensions of how things unravel, but understanding our connection to the quantum, seeing how infinite all things are, seeing the ability that we have to influence and interact with the stream of possibilities that you are experiencing, and that always is occurring. Let it be so. It's almost like a very poetic, esoteric sort of thing you might hear is, one says, it is and it is not so, and so it is. Acknowledging that everything is infinite. The ultimate, the deeper truth is every possibility you could ever imagine exists in an alternate version, an alternate reality. There is infinite parallels and infinite versions of yourself that exist all at once. And when you sit with this core truth, you realize how much influence your choices that you have, how much influence this has over your reality. The thoughts you think, the beliefs and the perceptions, who you believe people are, for the recognizing this ability, recognizing how powerful that you have that ability to influence your reality, then let yourself direct your energy towards a reality that is free, abundant, however vibrational expression of who you are. Just let it be so. Anyway, it's just riffing. We're gonna do some meditation for a little bit here in this windless spot. And remember, above all, just let yourself let go. You don't have to take this reality so seriously. This reality is not fixed, it is formless. And this reality was never meant to be taken so seriously. What's good, brother? My name's Ryan. Yeah, you can call me Ryan. That is my name. That is my brand. Yeah, Shay's my moniker. With that, we're going to slip into meditation. Rest up, crust. Very fair. This wind was spot is actually. Hello, friends. Wow, probably gonna migrate over to another part of the beach. It's very nice though. I love having this kind of quieter section. It's chill as fuck over here though. What What is existence? What is life? I don't know why I used to say that a lot as a young teenager. And always just straight up just be like, what is existence? Like, oh fuck. That's a lot. I like your aesthetic.
Thank you. Actually.
Nice, then both of you, yeah, you both got great style. Alright, I think we're all set. It's weird navigating these kind of beach streams. Is like I feel kind of as I've expressed. Part of it is like I want to be present, with myself, the experience. But also naturally, this is a nude beach, so I gotta be very, conscious of people's boundaries. And most people are wearing clothes, but if there's instances where people are not wearing clothes, it's good to not have my camera present and just kind of, just honor people's privacy, just as a whole. That's kind of the fun dance of being a streamer. I think is often present.
Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah. The silhouette is just beautiful.
So beautiful.
Right? So amazing. I want to go further and see what's on the corner side.
All right. Let's carry on, I'd say. It's such a random endeavor being on this way. I feel like I've said this like a million times on the stream, but yeah, it's really just bizarre who and what flows through for whatever intention. Like that's what I feel, often as I kind of go here with almost like a dimension of no mind, where I'm not really here any particular reason other than just to be with the ocean, to listen to the ocean, just to clear my mind, just to meditate. But it's so cool to see all the different reasons why various people show up. I mean, even just to, do a freezing cold ocean plunge, that alone is a very commendable reason alone. That we are, this is Wreck Beach. here. Polarity is present. You know, you have to really see the contrast. You have to be able to really appreciate, you know, the dense, I'd say, lower vibrational emotions, or just the complex emotions of all of this. You know, if you can really be present with the vast array of human emotions, embrace it all, see it objectively. You know, beautiful things can unravel. You can learn to see even negative emotions as guides, as messengers, and learn from them, of course, and invariably learn to transmute these complex emotions into expression, into music if you desire to. So beautiful. I don't know why, there's been so many, the themes from Zelda have constantly been stuck in my head. True. True, true. That's why these barefoot shoes.
But then also you could just go do like, you're a part of a